Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how you can complete the Joined Forces challenge for the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will stage 4. So there's a new challenge that has been added in, a new mission to complete the event with I believe 4 Joined Forces category units, or 3, sorry, Joined Forces category units. Now the 4th stage is relatively difficult, I would say. One thing I will say is obviously the first boss, they're immune to sealing and attack lowering, but they're not immune to stunning. So you can stun them, which is quite important. And yeah, it is a very good tactic to use, especially if you want to conserve items, for later on. It's definitely something I would suggest. Then, in the second phase, you will face Rose and Zamasu separately. You'll be faced with a Int Zamasu, and you will be faced with a AGL Rose. Now the Int Zamasu, he recovers all his HP. You can't attack him. Don't attack him. Don't waste your time there. He's immune to sealing, he's immune to attack lowering, defense lowering, and he recovers all his HP. He's not someone you'll want to mess with. But, however, you can stun him. So keep that in mind, because you do want to be able to stun him. It is very, very important, and it's able to help you out quite substantially. So it is something that is important. Babadi, who I have on the team, is a great character because he brings a lot of that stunning and sealing capabilities. So stunning these Zamasu in the second phase is a very, I don't want to say pivotal, but there's a very good strategy to utilize, and so we will definitely be utilizing that to the best of our ability. Now this is a pretty much holistically free-to-play team, and how this team works or functions essentially is quite simple. So basically we have a whole bunch of free-to-play units. We have the Int Metal Cooler Army, who are an exceptionally good unit. You get them from the battlefield shop. They're also one of our Joined Forces units, and they're just solid. Good damage, good output. They provide defense to artificial life forms category units. We don't realistically need that, but still pretty good stuff overall, and a really nice unit. Like, just a really, really nice unit to use. Good stats as well, and yeah, just in total a really, really solid performer. As the friend lead, we are also going to be looking at the Tech Zamasu, of course, and our Tech Zamasu is obviously a very solid unit that does a great job as well, and it leads all extreme types. So even though we have some units that are not under maybe his major leads, we are pretty much well covered by his all extreme types. So next we're going to go for, next obviously we're talking about the Ginyu, Captain Ginyu Force. Also an incredibly reliable unit for a couple reasons. A great support, first off, just a great general support. Really, really good stat stick as well for the team. And yeah, just a really, really nice flexy unit that we can stick in a lot of positions. Who also has the added advantage of obviously having type advantage against Zamasu, which is really, really good. Then the final Joined Forces unit that we'll be using is the Legion of Shadow Dragons unit, another battlefield unit. All 3 of these are battlefield units, but it does help out. A really solid unit after super. You do need to make sure that they are able to super, because that's very pivotal to their defensive performance. But a really, really solid unit overall, and yeah, just again kind of nice to float around, and good stat sticks. We need the stat sticks because we're running slightly lower leader skill than most times, so we need a stat stick just to enable us to have higher health than we usually would have. So the more LRs we have, the higher the health stats, the better we're going to look overall, because obviously we kind of making up for that lack of leader skill. We are going to prioritize attacking the Goku Black or Goku Rose, obviously. All our damage sources are pretty much going to go onto him, with the odd exception of some attacks onto the Zamasu to potentially stun him. But we do have a lot of items, and those items are going to keep us pretty much relatively safe across the board. So it is definitely something yeah, that I would say is pretty solid. Overall, honestly speaking, the team functions pretty decently. We are using, for example, the Captain Ginyu, the Int Captain Ginyu, and it's a pretty simple reason why. He has this ability to reduce damage received when he's facing 2 or more enemies, so he's nice and suitable for this final stage, whereby you always have 2 enemies or more. So he's nice and flexy, and he obviously has the Int type advantage for the first phase, so he's pretty solid from that perspective. We're also using the first form Cell, who's also a really solid unit, and he obviously recently got his easy aim. Now he's a great source of damage against the AGL Goku Black, but he also doubles up as the ability to heal, so we really sit in a nice position with him. Again, with that kind of flexy dual purpose unit that doesn't necessarily have to be on every rotation, but can do some decent damage, and obviously as well can heal us up, and the heal is pretty good, obviously just allowing us to stay topped up and pretty relevant. So yeah, outside of that, that's pretty much everything you need to know about the team. Honestly speaking, everything runs quite fluidly, I would say. I don't think there's a specific, I wouldn't say there's any specific strat outside of what we're doing right now that you can use to benefit. I think for the most part, players should be pretty happy with what's happening here. I think it's a pretty good flexy kind of situation for the team in general. So yeah, overall pretty happy with everything. I don't think there's anything too complex that you can't do yourself or that you need to be aware of. Just obviously remember to prioritize attacking the Goku Rose. It doesn't matter what you do to Zamasu, prioritize Goku Rose, and to that reason I would not transform the Tech Zamasu. I wouldn't transform him. He doesn't need the AoE attack. Doing damage to the Int Zamasu just does not do anything. It's not worth the time. So yeah, definitely, outside of that, I'd say obviously be aware, stay on top of things, and keep yourself on top of it, keeping that Goku Rose's health dropping. Once you do that, I think you're pretty much sorted. I don't really think there's anything too crazy that you need to be aware of. I don't think you need to have any greater strategy outside of that. That's basically it. We're going to use the active skill to finish things off, and we're going to get the win. So all really solid stuff. But yeah, that's basically going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, of course, stay safe, take care, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah, bye.